Do certain people trigger you so easily that no matter how hard you try, you just get upset? And it's usually the same one, two, or three people. They've moved on with their life, and you seem to be still upset. Let me ask you, are you also someone who is always blaming the other person? Because the key to your happiness and moving on is the reflection you see when you're standing in the mirror. When you start to focus inward and what your part is in it, whatever the circumstance or situation is, that's when you'll start to see change, and that's when you'll start to see a shift. When you're blaming others for how you're feeling, you're looking outward rather than inward. And it's never the circumstances, never the situation. It's how you react to it that causes the pain. When you start to look inward, that's when the shift happens. About a week ago, my daughter asked to go to a concert with her friend and asked me to buy her a ticket. And I was under the impression that her friend had a ticket too from her parents. And it wasn't until the kids were in front of the gates trying to get in that I was asked to buy her friend a ticket. What happened? I got really upset. I thought I was misled. I didn't think it was fair. Why did they do this? I was feeling like a victim, right? So what happened is it didn't take long for me to go like this and realize that, wait, I'm the adult. She's 15, her friend's 14, and what's my part in it? That was my question. What's my part in it? How could this be different? I don't want to be in a fight with my daughter. I'm the adult. I'm the one that needed more clarity. I'm the one that needed to ask my daughter more questions. So once I took responsibility for what part I had in it, I was no longer blaming my daughter and her friend. And the result was I moved through it really quickly. Communication with my daughter got better. We were able to talk about it, not yell about it. And that's the difference between looking inward versus blaming others. Because everything that happens in your life, every circumstance, every person, any situation that upsets you is an opportunity for growth. And it was sent to you from the Creator. The question is, what do you do with it? How are you looking at that situation? Are you being a victim? Are you blaming others? Or are you looking at what your responsibility in it is? Kabbalah explains that it is never the situation that's the problem. It's not the circumstance, it's our reaction to it. And that's why at times I have stayed in pain all day, all upset when my daughter's moved on and she's fine, because we are the biggest cause of our own pain and suffering, most times. After that experience with my daughter, that's why I created the app method. It stands for awareness, pause, and practice. It helped me to get back to life easier, to not stay upset all day. And I use basically 3 simple steps. And I have a link to the app method, which is inside the Inner Shift guide. And there's a link down in the description below. When you become aware that you are getting triggered, that's the first step. Usually the initial reaction, like most people, is to blame someone else and look outward. But the first step is to really be aware that you're even getting triggered. And if it doesn't happen in that exact moment, even if it takes a couple of seconds, even if you're in the middle of an argument with someone and it's taking a minute and you get this aha moment, that's okay. Because in that moment, you became different. You changed. So the goal is to have the awareness sooner, but at any point during a confrontation, if it's not your natural go-to, the minute you become aware of what's happening and asking yourself why it's happening, that's when change starts to happen. Then you have to pause for a second, because I'm someone, for example, when I get reactive with my daughter, I notice myself interrupting. So one of the things that has helped me is to listen. And in the moment that I'm focusing on listening to her, I'm paying attention to those feelings that are coming up in my belly, in my system somewhere. And it gives me the space to feel my feelings, to take notice of them, just by focusing on listening. So if you're someone who interrupts, that's a good tool for you to try to listen and let the person go on. You might be getting more upset, but notice the feelings. Take a breath. Here's what happens. When you notice those feelings and you become aware of them, often what happens when we get triggered, it's because a painful experience in the past has created a wound and we haven't healed. So when you make that connection and say, why am I feeling this way? That's when change can happen. And when you pause, and I call it the power of the pause, you create space between what happened and your reaction to it. That allows you to connect to the unseen forces, to the creator, and to act differently. And by acting differently, neuroscience will show you that you just created a different neural pathway, different neural network in your brain. Think about a highway. You're going somewhere, and the person that just triggered you is when you got on the highway. And rather than you getting triggered, you're getting off at another exit. So you're taking a different pathway. You keep on doing it over and over, it's going to become your natural go-to. Now, here's the thing. The Creator is always going to send us these obstacles, these struggles in life to help us learn a lesson. Because within each obstacle, within each struggle we face, when we look at it as like it's a gift, that there's a lesson the Creator wants us to learn, that's when we get to move through it so much faster. Otherwise, you're going to keep on getting the lesson. It may not be from the same person, but you're going to keep on getting these lessons over and over until you learn it, and then you grow and move on. Because we came here to grow spiritually, and the Creator's going to keep on sending you these tests. Last week, I talked about why we just can't let go. And as you put this into practice, the app method, when you become aware and you pause and you're practicing, it doesn't matter. Don't expect it to happen immediately. If you're someone that holds on to things for a week and you realize you let it go and move through it in 3 days, great. If you're someone that holds on to things for a couple of days until you move through it, great. If you're someone that stays upset all day long and you got through it within an hour, great. In fact, I got excited because I'm someone that with my daughter, when I've gotten triggered in the past, later on in that evening, I could be saying to her, hey, can we finish our conversation from earlier? I want to finish talking about it. And as I said before, she's like, Mom, you're still upset about that? So when I moved through this much quicker and I didn't sit with it all day, I was really happy. So be excited for these opportunities because they're opportunities for growth. Next time you find yourself in a disagreement or you're being triggered by someone, you're getting upset, stop blaming them. Stop with, you did this, you did that. Well, if you didn't do that, stop. Look in the mirror. You have a choice to respond differently. There's a reason this person is triggering you. Look for the lesson in it. There's a hidden lesson in every struggle. You need to ask yourself, what is the lesson I am supposed to be learning here? And when you do that, that is the shift that you need to go from being angry and upset to finding peace and being happy again. Remember, you're the only person that holds the key to your happiness or your pain. To help you get through those triggers and not stay upset for so long, I've created a free inner shift guide. And inside is a simple 3-step method called the app method: awareness, pause, and practice. There's more details in it. Look for the link down below in my description. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please join us here on the Inner Shift with Jody, where each week we explore the hidden lessons in life as explained through the ancient wisdom of Kabbalah and modern neuroscience. Give the app method a shot and please put a comment down below on something you're working on or something that you need some clarity on. I do read all the comments, and I'll see you next week.